السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، أما بعد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربي زدني علما، اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في محاضرات فقه الصيام. I welcome you all to the class of Fiqh al-Siyam. Alhamdulillah, today we are going to start a new chapter, that is Kayfiyatu Subuti Shahri Ramadan. How do you prove the month of Ramadan? How do you establish the month of Ramadan? Thubut is to be established or to be in place, right? Sabit, right? Kalimatun thabitun fil hayat ad-dunya. That is a word which is it is like a tree which is established in this world, right? So thubut shahri Ramadan. So it says, Bismillah, let's begin. Inna siyama Ramadan, indeed the fasting of Ramadan, wa thubutu shahrihi, wa thubuta shahrihi, and establishing of the month. Now this is the problem, right? When does Ramadan come, right? Yakunu bi ahadi amrayn. It could be of two things, right? Yakunu bi ahadi. Ahad means one of the two things, yeah? Amr is matter, so it could be one of the two matters. So he says, establishing the month of Ramadan, that when is Ramadan coming, it could be of two options, right? Bi ahadi amrayni. It could be of two options. The first option, al-awwalu. The first one, al-awwal, bi-ru'yati hilali Ramadana. Ru'ya is to see, right? Ru'ya is to see the moon of Ramadan, right? So the first option is the moon of Ramadan is sighted. And we know this, right? Moon of the Ramadan is sighted. Laylata thalathin min Sha'ban. On the 30th night of Sha'ban. 30th night. Thalathin. Thalathin is 30th night of the Sha'ban. The moon is seen, right? Not 29th, the 30th night. وَعِنْدَ ذَلِكَ يَدْخُلُ الشَّهْرُ. And from that night itself, the month will enter, right? The month will enter. So 30th night means, right, the day before the 30th. I hope you understand, right? Like it's actually the 29th day. This is the 29th day, and then 29th day, and then the following you have the 30th night, right, where you spot the moon. And if it is spotted here on the 30th night, from then Sha'ban will have only 29 days. It will not be the 30th night. It will be the first night of Ramadan, and Taraweeh will start and so on, right? So that's what he wants to say. So you spot it on the 30th night. That is the day, the night of the 29th. That is following, because in Islam the night comes first, right? The night comes first, right? Because 29th night is actually 30th or the first. So it says you have to spot it on the 30th night, which will not be 30th night. It will be the first of Ramadan. وَيَجِبُ الصِّيَامِ, and fasting will become mandatory from next day onwards. وَيَكُونُ شَعْبَانُ, and Sha'ban فِي هَذِهِ الْحَالَةِ تِسْعَةٌ وَعِشْرِينَ يَوْمًا. So Sha'ban will be of 29 days only. So this is a clear-cut issue where the moon was spotted, alhamdulillah, and there's no issue at all, right? There's no issue at all. It's just 29 days and khalas. And there's no issue as well. So Sha'ban will be of 29. Tis'atun, 9 and 20. 29 days, yawman faqat, khalas. Now the second option, وَأَمَّا الْأَمْرُ الثَّانِي. As for the second option, a second matter is فَيَكُونُ بِإِكْمَالِ عِدَّةِ شَعْبَانَ ثَلَاثِينَ يَوْمًا. So it will be of completion of 30 days. So the moon was not sighted at all. So we will complete 30 days of Sha'ban, right? So Sha'ban's moon, we went on 29th, the 30th night, that is the night of 29th. And we went and tried to spot the moons. We were unable to spot. So what happened? We will continue for 39. And we know this, inshallah. This is very clear. إِمَّا لِعَدْمِ إِمْكَانِيَةِ رُؤْيَةِ هِلَالِ رَمَضَانَ. Because of the absence of possibility of seeing the month of Ramadan. Imkaniya is amkana yumkinu, imkan. There's no possibility, maybe due to various reasons. Laylata Salasin min Sha'ban, on the 30th night of Sha'ban, بوجود غيم في السماء, because of al-ghaym, clouds. In clouds, another word for clouds is as-sahab, and ghaym is also used. بوجود الغيم, there's clouds, right? There's clouds in the sky, and or for any other reason. وإما بعدم ولادة الهلال, or due to the absence of the moon being born. I mean, the crescent, the moon not being, coming out. But so it could be a clear sky as well, but the moon is not born in the sense, there's no first of the moon, the first crescent of the moon, wiladatil hilal, right? So we have to complete 30 days. وبناء and building on that, على ذلك يجب أن نتم عدة شعبان 30 يوما. So after we tried spotting the moon and all that, then it is compulsory on us. We have to complete 30 days, right? ونحكم بعدها بدخول رمضان قطعا. And after that, even though the moon is not spotted and so on, we will judge that the moon has not been spotted at all, right? We will judge that the moon has not been spotted, so we will rule al qat'an, yani without any problem at all. لأن الشهر القمري لا يمكن أن يزيد عن 30 يوما, because the lunar month cannot increase 30 days. So either you'll have 29 or 30. There are only two options, right? Alhamdulillah. There are only two options. So it cannot, the lunar month can never increase 30 days. Even though the moon is not sighted on the next day also, after 30 days, there's no problem at all. We will start fasting, right? إلا أنه يمكن أن يكون 30 يوما ويمكن أن يكون 29. It could be possible that it could be 30 days, or it could be possible that it is 29 days, right? So anything is possible, right? I mean, only two options are possible, not anything. Two options are possible, either 30 days or either 29 days, right? That's what he says, and we know this already, right? And he brings dalail for that. فقد روى البخاري عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال صوموا لرؤيته وأفطروا لرؤيته. So fast by looking, ru'ya is by spotting the moon, وأفطروا, and break the fast by spotting the moon. Very simple, right? صوموا لرؤيته وأفطروا لرؤيته فإن غمية, and if غمية is if it becomes confusing, عليكم, it becomes confusing and it is hidden from you, then I mean you are unable to or it becomes cloudy for you. If it becomes cloudy on you, فأكملوا عدة شعبان 30 يوما, right? You have to complete 30 days, right? You have to complete 30 days of Sha'ban, right? Very clear, very clear. وروى أبو داود والنسائي عن حذيفة ابن اليمان رضي الله عنه قال, so حذيفة ibn Yaman says رضي الله عنه, that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ويقول, I heard the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, لا تقدموا الشهر حتى تروا الهلال. Do not حتى تروا الهلال. Right? Don't precede the month. Don't make the month forward, right? تقدموا is don't go ahead of the month. Right? Don't say, oh, it's just 29 and you just decide, right? You don't do that until you see the moon. Or أو تكملوا العدة, or you complete the 30 days, right? Either you see the moon or you complete 30 days, right? 30 days. There's only two options. I mean, there's nothing else. وأما and as for أن الشهر لا يزيد عن 30 يوما, and as for the month, the evidence that the month does not increase 30 days, right? رواه البخاري, it comes in Bukhari, ومسلم عن ابن عمر عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Ibn Umar, the son of Umar رضي الله عنه, Ibn Umar says رضي الله عنه, and that the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إنا أمة أمية. We are an unlearned nation. We are not literate people, right? Inna ummatun ummiya. Ummi is unlearned or illiterate. I mean, the person who does not know how to read and write. لا نكتب ولا نحسب. نحسب, I think. No, نحسب. We do not write and we do not calculate as such. Yeah, we are a normal people. We are people who do not know how to read and write. الشهر هكذا وهكذا. And the Prophet ﷺ said, the month is like this, with his hand. الشهر هكذا وهكذا, يعني مرة 29 ومرة 30. right? So sometimes it's 29 days, or sometimes it is 30 days, right? So we are and the Prophet ﷺ showed his hand. Ashara Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam bi asabi'ihi, with his fingers, right? The Prophet ﷺ showed his hands. For 30, he showed 3 times his fingers. Bi asabihi al-ashr, so he showed ashr, 10, 10, 10, right? Ashara biha thalatha marrat, he showed it for 30 times, 3 times, so that becomes 30. إشارة إلى أن الشهر 30 يوما, pointing out that the month will be 30 days. So he showed 10, 10, 10. That is, we just count like this. Yeah, we are simple people. We are not complicated and all. Either it is 29 days or it is 30 days, right? وأشار بها مرتين, and he showed 2 times 10, 10, right? He showed his fingers 10, 10, Prophet Sallallahu وفي الثالثة قبض أحد أصابعه, and he he held one of his fingers. إشارة إلى أن الشهر يكون 29 يوما. So he showed 10, 10 2 times with his hands, and 1 time, the next third time he showed it only 9. So that means only 29, right? So it could be only 29 days. Right? So Alhamdulillah, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam taught us in a beautiful way of how to the months, right? So that is the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He used to be very simple, uncomplicate things. Yeah, and it's not become so complicated in details. Islam is very easy, Alhamdulillah. And for the Badawi and on those people, Bedouins and all, it's very difficult for them sometimes. So he used to explain it very easily, right? Like the Prophet ﷺ said, "Hadithun nas bima ya'rifun." Speak to the people with what they know, right? Speak to the people in simple terms. Don't complicate things, overly complicate things and all. Although there are complicated issues in the Sharia, but he should not be concerned. A normal person is not concerned with all this stuff, right? So this is what, as Alhamdulillah, either 29 days or 30 days. On the 29th day, if we are not able to spot the month, then spot the moon, then we will fast. We will fast. We will start. We will complete 30 days and fast next day. Right, inshallah, that will be there. Then he goes into the problematic topic, calculation. Like many days now, people say, "Oh, we want to calculate stuff," and so on. So he says, "As-siyamu biqawli al-hasibi wal-munjim." Right? Fasting according to the saying of Hasib. Hasib is the one who calculates. Yeah, Hasib is the not accountant. You could say computer. Yeah, Hasub. No, not Hasib. Right? Hasib is the one who calculates stuff. Right? Well, you can say, Well, Munjim is the one who see the stars. What do you call that person? Who see the stars? Right? Munjim, astrologer. No, not astrologer. Astrologer, not astrologer. The one who sees something else. The one who sees the stars and stuff. Right? Astronomer. Astronomer. Munjim. Munjim is the one who sees the stars and so. Astronomer. Right? Astrologer, one who sees the hands and stuff. He also sees the stars, but this is according to science and stuff. Yeah. So can you fast? So I said, La yajuz. This is not. It is not permissible. And yuthbat, that the month Shahr Ramadan, that the month should be proved bil amarat al-dhanniyah. So what is amarat? Amarat al-dhanniyah, buildings of presumptive signs, guessing work. Dhann is guess. Al-mabniyah al-hisab, which is built on calculation. So just calculating according to this and that, astronomy. Awin nazr fin nujum, or looking at the stars, right? Astrology also, all right? It's not allowed, right? فلا يقبل قول الحاسب الفلكي باحتمال رؤية هلال. So it is his statement will not be accepted. The one who looks into these stars and moon and stuff, the astronomer, his statement will not be accepted, because he might look with a telescope and so on. With a telescope, anywhere you can see the moon, right? I mean, there's no problem at all, right? If you look at a telescope, you can see planets, you can see stars, anyways. So what's the point in it, right? So فلا يقبل قول الحاسب الفلكي. Falaki is the cosmopolitan, what do you call, the astronomer. باحتمال رؤية الهلال, when it comes to the matter of رؤية الهلال. So he says it's not. There are many groups, right, who do that. There are many groups who do that, and they say that, oh, today was 29th and people didn't follow and so on, and then they go have the Eid separately and so on. It goes on all the time. Right? It goes on all the time. They do calculations and stuff, and when they see the first moon on the day of Ramadan, they say this is the second moon because it's so fat and so on. Right? So it goes on, right? Illa, except. So he says not acceptable at all, the astronomers, right? Illa anna al-hasib alladhi ya'tamidu manazil al-qamar wa taqdir siyarahu wa illam nathbut ash-shahra bihisabihi. Except the hasib, the calculator, the astronomer, alladhi ya'tamidu, who is putting his efforts on ya'tamidu, who is depending on manazil al-qamar, the stages of the moon, like he's seeing the stages of the moon and so on. But taqdiru siyarihi, and the moving of the moon, the estimation. Taqdir is estimation, right? Estimation of its moving, yes, of its traveling of the moon. Like the moon is half or whatever the moon. وَإِلَّمْ نَثْبُتُ الشَّهْرَ بِحِسَابِهِ. Although we may not what do you call, nathbutu is accept, or we will not accept his statement, we will not prove by his calculation, the month-wise calculation, lahu an yasuma huwa bi nafsihi, right? So even if he fasts on his own, so the astronomer, he says that, oh, I'm sure that this is the month of Ramadan, and in ghalaba ala dhannihi dukhul ash-shahr, right? If he thinks that he's sure that this is Ramadan, so he starts fasting on his own, right? وَيُجْزِئُهُ صِيَامُهُ هَذَا مِنْ فَرْضِهِ إِنْ ثَبَتَ الشَّهْرُ بِالْأَدِلَّةِ الشَّرْعِيَّةِ. And it is okay for him to fast if he's so sure about it, he says. And his fast will be okay, I mean, for him personally. Although we might not accept it, right? So this is a kind of a problematic statement, because it shows that a person can become an astronomer and then he can start fasting on his own and so on. And this is something which people might question, because where scholars says that fast with the people, right? If majority of the people are saying that it is Ramadan, khalas, it is Ramadan, right? And if they're doing Eid, so that we are united, right? Because if one person says, oh, I think it's Ramadan, then they start fasting, and then he starts a new group and so on. And so it happened last year also, like yes, he says that it will be okay. I mean, he will be rewarded, inshallah, because he thinks he's correct. You see, he thinks he's correct. So that's what it says. This statement might be only if the month is proven by the Sharia, he says. I mean, he might be saying if it's okay, I mean, if actually it was proven later on that it was Ramadan. So what happened was, maybe that's what he means. Allahu Alam, even I'm not able to understand such. But I think he says that the astronomer says, okay, this is the date when Ramadan is coming. The people did not listen to him. Later on, we got to know. So he fasted. So it'll be okay for him, right? He did not repeat the fast, right? It's okay. While the rest of the people, because they missed one day, right? So they have to fast. I mean, they have to repeat it later on. So maybe that's what he's saying, right? Subhanallah. I don't know. That's what I understand, right? Lahu an yasuma huwa bi nafsihi in ghalaba ala dhannihi dukhul ash-shahr. Now, وَيُجْزِئُهُ. يُجْزِئُ means it is enough. صِيَامَهُ هَذَا مِنْ فَرْضِهِ إِنْ ثَبَتَ الشَّهْرَ بِالْأَدِلَّةِ الشَّرْعِيَّةِ. If there are Shari'i evidences, right? So it'll be enough. I mean, يُجْزِئُهُ, that means he need not repeat the fast. That's what I understand. Allah, right? وَهَذَا إِذَا جَزَمَ الْحَاسِبْ بِرُؤْيَةِ فَإِذَا جَزَمَ بِعَدْمِ إِمْكَانِهَا فَسَنَذْكُرُ فِي الْفِقْرَةِ التَّالِيَةِ. So this is only if the calculator below, yeah, he says that the month is there, right? Jazama means he's claiming, he's assured about it, right? He's assured about it, about that means it's positive, right? It's positive about the witnessing the moon. But if he says that he says that it is impossible that the moon is sighted, right? So then he says that we'll discuss it later on. Because if the astronomer says that it is impossible, then he says that okay, we could accept it. Allah, right? We could accept it. So remember, whatever we are studying, it's I've not read other opinions of other scholars, so I don't know about it, right? About these things, like can we accept the negation of the astronomer or not? Because this is opinion of his. Okay. Ashahadatu ala ru'yati hilal. So witnessing on the witnessing of the seeing of the moon, right? How do we witness? How do we witness the seeing of the moon? So how many witnesses you want? وَأَمَّا ثُبُوتُ الرُّؤْيَةِ, as for this proving of the sighting of the moon, لِهِلَالِ رَمَضَانَ, of the moon of Ramadan, لِهِلَالِ فَتَكُونُ بِشَهَادَةِ Muslim. It should be on the witnessing of a Muslim, wahidin, adlun. So when the month comes, right? When the month comes, so only one person is enough, right? To start off a month. Adlun, that is, he should be a just person, right? Adlin, ala ma dhahaba ilayhi aktharu ahli al-ilm, which most of the scholars have gone. That only one person is enough. وهو أحد قول شافعي المفتي به في المذهب. Imam Shafi also has said about this in his mazhab. كما أنه قول ابن المبارك. Ibn Mubarak says, وأحمد بن حنبل, وقال أبو حنيفة, all of the scholars, great scholars, إذا كان في السماء غيم, if there is cloud in the sky, right? Even if there is cloud in the sky, one person says that he has seen it, then it is sufficient, right? He should be a just person. He should not be some, a person who doesn't follow Islam and so on. I mean, we should be able to trust his testimonial. وذلك لما روى أبو داود, and there's a hadith also, Abu Dawud والترمذي والنسائي وابن ماجه وابن حبان والحاكم, all these people, and عن ابن عباس قال, that Ibn Abbas said رضي الله عنه, قال جاء عربي, a Bedouin came إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. A Bedouin is coming to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, and he said, فقال إني رأيت الهلال, indeed I saw the moon. فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, the Prophet asked him, Atashhadu an la ilaha illallah, do you bear witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Allah? Atashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, do you bear witness that the Prophet Muhammad is the messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Qala, naam, yes. Qala sallallahu alayhi wasallam, ya Bilal, O Bilal, adhin fin nas, an yasumu ghadan, announce to the people that they should fast tomorrow. Right? So the Prophet sallallahu, it came in Abu Dawud, Tirmidhi, Nasai, and so on, that one person came and said, oh, it's Ramadan from tomorrow. Khalas. The Prophet said, do you believe that there's no God worthy of worship except Allah, and Prophet Muhammad is the messenger? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He said, yes, I say yes. The Prophet said, go Bilal, go and announce. Radiallahu anh. Right? Ya Bilal, adhin fin nasi an yasumu ghadan. So when the month starts, we should take 1%. There's a hadith also, alhamdulillah, only one person's evidence is enough, right? ولما ولما, and what has been روى أبو داود والدارقطني وابن حبان والحاكم عن عبد الله بن عمر قال تراءى الناس الهلال. Let me check. تراءى means the people did not see or saw. Appeared, yeah? Appeared. The people saw, yeah, تراءى الناس الهلال, the moon appeared to them, appeared to the people. فأخبرت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أني رأيته. So Abdullah ibn Umar said, the people saw the moon, and I went and informed the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم, yes, I saw the moon. أني رأيته فصام, so he started fasting. I mean, Ramadan started. أمر الناس بصيامه, and he told the people also to fast, right? So he also told the people to fast. Right? So that's what we want to say, that this is alhamdulillah, that for the month to start, only one person's testimony is enough, is enough. وروى الشافعي عن علي رضي الله عنه أن رجلا شهد عنده على رؤية هلال رمضان. Even during the time of Ali رضي الله عنه, it happened that one person bear witness that I saw the moon. فصام, so he started fasting. وأمر الناس أن يصوموا, and he ordered the people to fast also, to fast also. وقال, and he said, Ali رضي الله عنه, أصوم يوما من شعبان, that to fast on one day in Shaban is ahabbu ilayya min an aftara yawman min Ramadan. Aftura, right? That I break one day of Ramadan. So it says that even if for the sake of argument that we agree that it is Shaban, so it is, I prefer that I fast in the Shaban. It's more beloved that I don't fast a day of Ramadan, right? Although this is Yawm Shak, this is the day of doubt, right? But although it's not a doubt at all now, because a person has given a testimony, right? So that's why this is not Yawm Shak now. But Yawm Shak, the Prophet said you should not fast. Which doubt, there's no clarity at all. So what we do, we complete all the 30 days, right? We complete all the 30 days of Shaban. واشتراط العدالة التي ذكرنا في الشاهد برؤية هلال. So the conditions of the adala, of his justness, of the person who's coming, the conditions are التي ذكرنا في الشاهد برؤية الهلال, which we mentioned of the witness of the sighting of the moon. إنما هو بالنسبة لإثبات الشهر للناس عامة. It is only for isbat, that is affirmation. الشهر الناس للناس عامة, that is for the common people, for the month. That is affirming that the month is started. Affirming, is saying that it's positive. فإذا لم يكن الشاهد عدلا, but if it's not just person, it's not adl, right? لم نقبل شهادته. We don't accept he's a fasiq, or he does not follow Islam or so on. We will not accept, because he might just be playing games. We don't know. ولكنه بالنسبة له فإنه يجب عليه الصيام إذا رأى الهلال. Now again this problem comes. But when he himself saw the moon, even though he's a fasiq and he's a transgressor, he saw the moon and is sure about it. But the people are not believing him. For himself, he should fast, he says, because that's the truth. Truth should be followed. Like previously, the astronomer also, if he's 100% sure and so on, and it was later proved that he was correct, his run was correct, his opinion was correct, right? So he should fast. Similarly here, the person is a fast. He doesn't follow Islam at all, but he's not a liar as such. I mean, he's sincere, right? Alhamdulillah, people are sincere, right? So this person came, he told to the people, oh, people said, no, you're a liar, we don't believe you, don't pray at all, and how come you saw? And they rejected his testimony. So what this person should do? Should he follow the people? No. He says he should fast because he has seen the moon. He should fast the day of Ramadan. Although people might not agree with him. Even though it is not mandatory on the people. So on that person, because he has to follow the truth, although people don't listen to him, right? On his person, because he can say in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yeah, Allah, I saw the moon. People did not believe me. What can I do? Right? What can I do? People, so I fasted. Khalas. I fasted. I saw the moon. I was very sure about what I saw. So alhamdulillah, I fasted. Right? Alhamdulillah. I fasted. People did not believe me. I don't know why. They have the reasons, or due to politics or so on. It happens, right? A lot of times due to politics and so on, people don't believe. So he saw the moon clearly with his own eyes, and he has to fast, right? Because truth has to be followed. وثبوت شهر رمضان, and the proving of the month of Ramadan بشهادة الواحد أو الاثنين على رؤية الهلال. So it can be one person or two people, right? Two people على رؤية الهلال, for the spotting of the moon. إنما يكون إذا لم يكن هناك ما يعارض هذه الشهادة الظنية, right? He says, if there is not something which عارض يعارض is to contradict something, shahadatul dhanniya, that is calculated evidences, testimonials should not be there, right? Dhanniya, that means according to the astronomer, he says that if the astronomer says that it is impossible that the moon was sighted, right, that testimony should not be there. Allahu alam, what other scholars have said, I don't know of their opinion, right? This is what he says, Allahu alam, because his opinion. فإذا كان هناك دليل قطعي, If there is a strong evidence, you add to hadhihi shahadat al-dhanniya, and it's just strong qat'i, yani there's no doubt about it, right? Qat'i, dalil qat'i, dalil dhanni. Qat'i is like, you are, it's like clear evidence, clear evidence. This is dhanniya is like, okay, so there's more chance of truth, right? So qat'i, yani it's 100% truth, right? Dhanniya is the truth is more than the falsehood, right? So it's like more of a one. The evidence is not so clear cut. كجسم علماء الفلك بعدم إمكانية. That is the opinion of the scholars of the, what you call falak, astronomers, right? Astronomy بعدم إمكانية رؤية الهلال في تلك الليلة. They say that it is not possible, right? This not possible that night to moon come. أو بعدمه تولده بعد. أو the possibility of, or the absence of the moon to be born. I mean, the first crescent of the moon. فإن شهادة الشاهد والشاهدين الثلاث ترد. Right? They say that, he says that according to one opinion, the shahada of one person or two person, right? As-salas, or three, or these two people, or three people, it will be rejected. Why? Because he says that astronomers said that it is impossible. Right? He says there's another opinion also, لأن شهادة تفيد الظن, because here the witnesses are themselves not sure. Did we see the moon or did we not? So it shows zan. وَنَفْيُ الْحِسَابِ إِنَّمَا يُفِيدُ الْقَطْعِ. And the rejection of the hasib, the rejection of the cosmopolitan, what do you call it, astronomer, it is absolute. So see, it happens like this. One person here and he sees the moon, but is not sure did he see the moon or not. His like question, was it the moon or not? He was not sure, or he forgot, or whatever. Right? So there's maybe 80% chance, right? 80% chance. Oh, saw the moon, one or two or whatever, three people. But the astronomer says there's 100% chance that it is not there, right? There's impossible. So he says we have to take the 100%, of course, right? This is what logic says, that you have to take the 100%, because this is qat'i now, because it's 100%. This is 80%, 70%, right? وَالظَّنُّ لَا يُعَارِضُ الْقَطْعِ. So dhann, that is 80%, 70%, 60%, 50, 40, 30, will never contradict the qat'a. Qat'a is like 100%, right? It will never contradict it. So we go what we are most sure about. Ala ma dhahaba ilayhi al-imam, what imam has gone. Taqiyuddin as-Subki, Imam Subki has said. Wa ta'ala fi taqlid, and he gave a long, imam has given. Alhamdulillah, right? And he gave a long statement, right? So he says that according to Imam Subki, rahmatullahi alayhi, we have to reject the witnesses. Khalas. Right? Khalas, we have to reject the witnesses. But this is an opinion of Imam Subki. Right? Illa, except anna ashabana fil madhab, in the our companions in the mazhab, right? In our madhab, say that lam yaltadu hada min Subki. They don't accept it from Subki. They say that Imam Subki's opinion, that is, I mean, they do not agree with this. Did not agree. Did not like it, right? And they're not radi with it. This, well, how can you reject a witness, man? I mean, that's what he says, right? Rahmatullah alayh. وَرَدُّوهُ بِمَا ذَكَرْنَا مِنْ عَدْمِ قُبُولِ قَوْلِ الْحَاسِبِ. They said that we don't accept any astronomers at all, right? We don't accept at all. Come on, we are inna ummatan ummiyya. We are people who do not read and write, right? Asumu liru'yatihi wa aftiru liru'yatihi. See the moon, fast. If you see the moon, break the fast. That is Eid, right? وَرَجَحُوا قُبُولَ قَوْلِ الشَّاهِدِ فِي مِثْلِ هَذَا الْحَالَةِ. Even if whatever happens, because astronomy can be wrong, and it's zanni, they say. This is not proven at all, right? They say that calculations and all that. For Adam, that is not for subut. For subut, we know that. For affirming, we say that we don't accept at all, right? He said that the moon was seen. For Adam, that is for, he says the negative, that is for, not for affirmation, for negation of the astronomer. If the astronomer says it is impossible that the moon was seen, so he says that, oh, we can accept according to Sufisi. وَالَّذِي استخير الله, what Allah chose, bihi واختاره, and we should also choose it, that Allah chose that we see the moon, khalas, fast. If you don't see the moon, khalas, we don't fast. هو ما ذهب إليه الإمام سبكي. Right? وهناك فرق بين إثبات الحاسب إمكانية رؤيته ونفيها كما هو معروف في الفلك. So he says that there's a difference. Imam Subki says that there's a difference between ithbat and an-nafi, right? Affirmation and negation. He says that Imam Subki says that we don't accept isbat of the falaki, of the person astronomer, but we can accept nafi, he says, because this is more and these people who've studied this studies of astronomy, they have a better idea. Because in astronomy, the rejection of the moon is 100% stronger, is more strong, because they don't generally say rejection of the moon, that the moon is not seen is like rare, because the moon, they always say the moon was seen, right? So he says it's rare to happen, and so it's a strong statement from the astronomers and so on. So وذلك, and that is why أن هلال في الساعة ولادته الأولى تستحيل رؤيته بالعين المجرد, because by the naked eye it is impossible to see when the moon is being born, when the moon is crescenting. بل ربما استحالت رؤيته بالوسائل البصرية, right? By seeing through telescopes and so on, وسائل البصرية, it is sometimes it is impossible through telescopes also, right? So he says that these are just controversies, just controversies. فهو في علم الله تعالى مولود, because he says that in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the moon has crescented, it is born, the moon has been born, right? The moon has come. وفي الحاسب النظري العقلي مولود, even the astronomer, the person who's nazari, he's aqli, he's using his knowledge and aql and so on, it is born. ولكننا لا يلزمنا الصيام في هذه الحالة اتفاقا, but we cannot say, because we did not see it, right? Although the moon has come, we cannot لا يلزمنا, we cannot make it mandatory for the people to fast لعدم إمكانية الرؤية, because we did not see the moon. التي أنيت بها وجوب الصيام وثبوت الشهر, right? Even though the mandatory fast and the establishing the month is unita. Wait, let me check. Unita. What do you say? Unita biha. Entrusted. Anata unitu is entrusting. Okay. Trusting although it has been entrusted that the month has come. So ultimately, this is what is, alhamdulillah, the simplest way. Did we see the moon or not? Right? And this is the easiest fiqh. Alhamdulillah, Islam is easy. We don't go into calculations and so on like many people do in various countries. Alhamdulillah, this is the easiest fiqh. Alhamdulillah, that we see the sumu li ru'yati, we follow the nas. The Prophet said, see the moon, khalas, we fast. We don't see, we don't fast, right? And evidence for this fil fiqh mujma' alayh, and there's ijma also of the this opinion, zawal ash-shams an kabad as-sama, the moon zawal, setting from the horizon of the sky, right? So the moon is the sun is setting, right? From the sun is setting, alladhi unita bihi, which entrusts bihi wujub salat al-dhuhr, not zawal. Oh, this is zawal, sorry, not setting. This is what do you call the zawal, means the sun going down, the passing of afternoon, right? The sun going down, not ghurub, it is zawal. That is after 12 p.m. or something, the sun going down. What do you call descent of the sun? The descent of the sun, right? Alladhi unita fihi. So for the prayers also, for the Salatul Zuhr and all, we see the sun. We don't go into calculation as such, right? We see the sun. So if the sun goes down, if it's on top and it goes down, khalas, time of Zuhr has started, right? After 12 or whatever, 12:15 or 12:10, khalas, time has started. فَإِنَّ الشَّمْسَ بَعْدَ اسْتِوَائِهَا بِمِعْشَارِ الثَّانِيَةِ مَثَلًا. So it is on the mi'shar al-thaniya, that is, these are some places on the sky, like it's like some angle, mi'shar al-thaniya. مثلا تزول عن كبد السماء فوقت الظهر في قد دخل في علم الله, right? So it's like if the sun has come like this, mi'shar al-thaniya, it is here, it is not straight, but for in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the time has started, right? كما أنه دخل بالحاسب العقلي النظري. And even the astronomer says that, oh, the time has started. But when we are on Earth, we don't see this, because it comes like 8 minutes or something late, right? 8 minutes late or something, 8 minutes 21 seconds or something. I forgot. It comes late for us, the sun's rays. Okay. So it is late, right? So we when we see the sun, that's where we do. Now, so let's continue, inshallah. So in the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the one who is astronomer, it is إلا أن الصلاة لا تجب على المكلف اتفاقا حتى يرى آثار زوالها في الظل. Right? So it becomes mandatory, right, on the person only when he sees the moon, right? Zawaluha. If the person who's on the earth is unable to see, like you're on earth, right? On earth, this person is like, he didn't see the descent. It's still up, right? The sun has not gone down. But accordingly, like for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and for the astronomer, it has already gone down 8 minutes ago, right? 8 minutes ago, it already gone down. But this guy doesn't see because he's 8 minutes late. So what we do, we follow what he sees. We don't go into calculation and such and say that, oh, actually the sun has descended, but we don't know, we can't see, and so on. We believe on what we see. And that's the easiest, alhamdulillah. And we believe on what we see. We don't say that, oh, as per calculation, the sun has not descended, sun has already gone here, and you're still saying, but we can't see and all, because we don't go into calculation. The person seeing is believing, right? So what we see is what we say, right? So it is not mandatory on him. وَلَا تَجِبُ عَلَى الْمُكَلَّفِ. The mukallaf, the person who's mukallaf, it is not mandatory on him حَتَّى يَرَى آثَارُ زَوَالِهَا فِي الظِّلِّ, until he sees the athar, the effects of the zawal in the shadow. So they have this instrument, right? They see shadows, right? If it's straight, it is straight, and if it's not, it elongates something like that, right? Then, so he then ultimately says, فَمَتَى يُمْكِنُ رُؤْيَةَ الْحِلَالِ يُمْكِنُ رُؤْيَةَ الْحِلَالِ. So when it is possible to see the moon, right? So he says, أن رؤية الهلال لا يمكن أن تقع إلا بعد مرور زمن محدود على ولادة الهلال بحيث يصير من الحجم أو المساحة بحيث تمكن رؤيته. So he says that the sighting of the moon is not possible. لا يمكن أن تقع, to happen إلا بعد مرور زمن محدود, after a specific time has passed. Ala wiladatil hilal, right? So specific time is 29 days or 30 days, right? Ala on the birth of the moon. Birth means crescent of the moon. Bihaythu, regarding yasiru min al hajam. So let me check the meanings of this hajam. I don't know this meaning. Hajami. I think hajama yahjimu. فم الحيوان ليمنعه من الغض المريض وهي امتصاص الدم. I don't understand this. Maybe he means, let me check. Anyone has an idea what does hajam mean? Hajmun, bulk, it's a measurement system. Oh, okay. Size. Oh, hajam is size. Yeah, hajam is size. Okay, size. So it travels from the size, awil masahati, or its width. Masaha is width or length, or masaha is distance. Oh, okay. Yeah, masaha is distance. Yes. So the change in size and change in width, which makes it possible in regarding to its possible for to see. So he says that a specific thing should happen, and like the moon's position should be such and such and so on. وهذا لا يستطيع الحاسب أن يضع له ضابطا زمنيا دقيقا مضطردا. For this, the astronomer himself cannot put a time, right? He cannot say, oh, at this time exactly it will happen and so on. لاختلاف ذلك بكثير من العوامل الفلكية والجوية, because they themselves have contradictions, right? They themselves are contradicting themselves. The awamil, the sciences, and the instruments and so on. There are so many differences among them as such. Right? It's not like it's khat'i, khalas, he said that it's okay, because even they themselves are not sure. one astronomer says this, the other says that, and so on. There's so many factors, right? There's so many factors. Al-awamil factors, al-falkiya, the falkiya is this astronomer, this stars, and wal-jawiya, the weathers, and so on. There's so many things changing. There's so many things. وبناء على ذلك فإمكان الرؤية عنده ظني لا قطعي يقين. So even though we accept that, he's calculated and is 100% sure, he says that in our eyes, it is never 100%. Because there's so many contradictions and so on. It is la qat'i, it is never qat'i. It is always 70-80%. Right? وَلِهَذَا لَمْ نَعْمَلْ بِقَوْلِهِ فِي إِثْبَاتِ الْهِلَالِ. For accepting of the sighting of the moon, for proving that the moon has come, we don't accept it at all. Right? So he says that even in science, we have so many problems and so on and so on. How can we accept them? They themselves are not agreeing. Right? وَأَمَّا إِذَا قَالَ الْحَاسِبِ. Even though the astronomer says. So he's bringing all these arguments. Although this book should be short, he's going into so many topics. Okay. All right? Inshallah. So he says he's bringing another topic. If the astronomer says, "Inna al-hilala lam yuladu ba'd," the moon has not come yet, is not born yet, it's not crescent yet. أو قال إنه زمع ولادته فإنه لا يمكن رؤيته لصغره عن أدنى مستويات الرؤية. So he says that it is not possible to see, right? Mustawiyat. I don't know what it means. Adna mustawiyat is what? Let me check. The closer. Adna means closer. Mustawiyat is adna. Minimum levels. Mustawiyat is levels. Because mustawa we learn in the semesters. Mustawa salis and so on. So I was confused. So he says that from the lowest levels, it's not possible to see. فَإِنَّ هَذَا الْكَلَامُ قَطْعِي. Indeed, his statement is قطعي ولا يجوز التردد فيه ولا سيما, particularly we cannot reject it terms. So I don't know what to say. أن حركة القمر الآن مرصودة ليس بالثانية. Right? Because the movement of the moon is marsud. It is marsud. Monitored. Okay, it's monitored. ليس بالثانية. It's not by seconds. وإنما بأجزاء الثانية ولم تعد حركة القمر سرا خافيا على الإنسان بعد أن وضع الإنسان أقدامه على القمر. Right? He says ولم تعد حركة القمر سرا خافيا. It is not a secret, it seems. I don't know what it is. Right? It's not a secret after the man has gone, has put his foot on the moon. Right? You've gone to the moon, but still it's not so clear for you, it seems. That's what I understand. ولم تعد حركة القمر سرا خافيا. It's not a secret على الإنسان. So I don't know what this paragraph means. Right? I'm not understanding. Subhanallah. Right? So he says that this is fine. The lowest level also is not possible. Then this is what okay, fine. So this is what will happen when you start reading your own Arabic text. This is what will happen. You'll not understand many things. Right? Even after studying so much, still I'm not able to understand, right? What is trying to do. And so we just ignore it and move on. That's what, right? We don't get disappointed that, I'm not understanding. It's okay, inshallah, but I'm not understanding. ولا سيما particularly أن حركة القلم الآن مرصودة ليس بالثانية. I don't, maybe the ثانية is not, it's not second, or it's not a second. وإنما بأجزاء الثانية. Indeed, it is بأجزاء الثانية. What does that mean? Ajza juz, the part of a second. Oh, okay. Okay, part of a second. So he says this is a split second event, it seems. Right? Walam, and it is not counted to add to. It is no longer halqatul qamar sirran khafin al insan ba'da an wada al insan. So is that it happens in split seconds and so on. Right? وَبِنَاءٌ عَلَى ذَلِكَ. So this is what he says. It happens in split seconds. After reading tomorrow also I might not understand. Right? Inshallah. Let's go on, inshallah. Because there's no other additional information at all. Let's ignore it. I mean, because he's going into so many things. Right? بناء على ذلك فإذا شهد شاهد أو الشهود برؤية الهلال وقال الحاسب العدل تسحيل رؤية الهلال فإننا نرد شهادة ولا نقبلها. لمعارضتهم للدليل القطعي الذي لا يحتمل الخلف أو النقيض والله أعلم. So is that again he's going to Imam Subki's opinion and building on that فإذا شهد الشاهد أو الشهود. So one witness says that okay, it's fine, we see the moon أو الشهود برؤية الهلال, right? Or where it's written وقال الحاسب العدل. So a good astronomer says تستحيل رؤية الهلال, it is impossible for seeing the moon, right? فإن نرد شهاداتهم ولا نقبلها. We reject their witness. So there's a nice Muslim adil a person, an astronomer. So he's a nice guy and we will accept him, he says. لمعارضتها للدليل القطعي الذي لا يحتمل, because he has a strong evidence and he's a nice guy. Is mashallah nice, and we reject the witnessers, I mean the people who witness. لا يحتمل التخلف أو التنقيد, right? Because he does not have any criticism, wallahu alam, right? So inshallah we should find out about this topic, right? Can we reject the witnesser, people who witness, right? So a person is here, he's witnessing, oh, I saw the moon, right? He saw the moon, and there's one scholar, the astronomer, he's saying, oh, it is impossible to see the moon. So whose statement will you accept? And this guy is a nice guy, he's adil, he's awesome, and he's Muslim and so on, he has taqwa and all, right? He says that it is impossible according to his calculation. For ispat, we know. If he says there is the moon, we don't accept, he says, yeah. He says, this guy says, and everyone says there's no moon, we don't accept at all. But for nafi, that is for rejection, he says, I saw the moon, oh yes, this says, oh, I didn't see. I mean, it's impossible. So will we accept this person's or this person? Right? This is what Imam Subki says, right? So we have to find out, right? We have to find out about the different opinions, right? So here he's saying in this paragraph, because this guy is adil and he'll not do wrong and so on, we'll accept this guy, we'll reject these people, right? Because they might be confused with the clouds or something, I don't know, right? ولا سيما في هذا العصر الذي صار يعبث فيه الشعائر الإسلامية بكثير من ديار الإسلام. So nowadays, particularly in nowadays, صار يعبث فيه الشعائر الإسلامية. The moon has become a sha'air of Islam بكثير من ديار الإسلام مما هو معروف لكل ذي العقل مما لا داعي لإطالة به. So there's no need for elongating this topic, he says, I think, right? So particularly moons have become a sign of Islamic symbol, it seems, right? في كثير من ديار many countries of Islam مما هو معروف لكل. وعلى افتراض أننا قبلنا شهادة الشهود في مثل هذا الحالة في إثبات الهلال رمضان. And to make mandatory, we will accept the shahada في مثل هذا الحالة. Now he says, so okay. So he says we need to accept the evidences. لإحتياط, because احتياط, yeah, احتياط, yeah, we have to be careful. ولا يضيرنا أن نصوم يوما زائدا. There's no problem, it will not harm us. ضار يضير, it will not harm us to fast one day extra. So he says احتياطا, we will accept the. So he says contradictory statements. Huh? Maybe he's bringing that. Wallahu alam. But the correct ihtiyatan is we should accept. So this guy again, he's saying, I saw the moon, and the astrologer says, no, I did not see. So he says, there's no problem fasting one more day. So he says, we need to accept this. Right? Allahu alam. This is what we are understanding from this. Right? إلا أننا لا نقبلها ولا نعمل بها قطعا في إثبات هلال شوال لاحتياطي أيضا والله أعلم. For احتياط, for being careful about it. أي والله أعلم. This book is a lot philosophical. Huh? We should have chosen some other book. Inshallah, but okay, no problem. Inshallah. I mean, we got to learn so many things. Alhamdulillah, right? Because okay, inshallah. It's not for beginners. This book is not for beginners. I mean, it's going into so many, he's talking about topic and then he's going into so many subtopics. Alhamdulillah, okay. So whatever we have understood, I think, inshallah, the basic thing from all this talk about him, right? We don't accept astrologists, astronomers at all, right? So this topic is all about astronomy. Maybe we don't have much knowledge about astronomy, so it's difficult for us, right? So we don't accept astronomers. Khalas. That's what we will follow, inshallah. And that's what scholars follow, alhamdulillah. Right? We just look at the moon and so on, alhamdulillah. Right? So we stick to the nas, and that's what you do. Next topic, he says that. So it goes into all that topic. Next subtopic is عدم رؤية هلال شوال بعد 30. For this type of topic, you just give it's too confusing. Yeah, inshallah. I want to read it, right? I want to read also, because it might be confusing first day, right? Inshallah. But if you read it again, it'll become clear maybe, right? If he, I mean, inshallah. I don't want to go into, I mean, summarize it, because hopefully someone might understand. We don't know, right? Like the Prophet said that, what did he say? I forgot the hadith. He said that ربما حامل الفقه ليس بفقيه. Right? It may be possible that the person who's carrying the fiqh and who's telling, he's not a faqih, right? He may not understand. He's not a faqih, right? Hopefully, maybe the listener might understand more, because he might be more, inshallah. So our job is to, read it and do justice with the book. Right, inshallah. It's okay if you don't understand. We should not be disappointed, right? We are not here to understand 100%. Right? And this, alhamdulillah, there's no problem of the moon words at all. I mean, and there is a problem, but alhamdulillah, we have scholars to do that, and alhamdulillah, they are the ones who do. We have committees for moon sighting and so on. Right? So it is not of practical implement for us. Right? It is not of practical, alhamdulillah. Because seeing the moon and all, it's not our job now. We are not kings and queens and to set up, right? So alhamdulillah. There are a lot of differences. We have books written on this topic of moon sighting, but alhamdulillah, we are doing justice to the book and try to read whatever he has written. عدم رؤية الهلال شوال بعد 30 من رمضان. So after 30 days, the moon has not been sighted, right? So we fasted, alhamdulillah, all the 30 days have gone over, and khalas, and so the moon has not been sighted. What do? وإذا ثبت شهر رمضان بالحجة الشرعية بشهادة العدل برؤية هلال رمضان أو بإتمام عدة شعبان 30 يوما. So when we've learned that, okay, Ramadan months, and it becomes a hujjah, we have to fast بشهادة العدل, by one shahada, right? One testimony is there. برؤية الهلال رمضان أو بإتمام عدة شعبان أو 30 يوما, or 30 days, right? In Shaban also we do that. إذا ثبت شهر رمضان وصام الناس 30 يوما. So the fasting is done, alhamdulillah. People have fasted for 30 days. إلا أنهم لم يروا هلال شوال. They have not seen the moon of Shawwal. So 30 days of fast and there's no moon sighting. So what do you do? فإنهم يفطرون. خلاص, they'll break the fast. Next day will be Eid al-Fitr. ولا عبرة بعدم رؤيتهم له. So there's no problem at all, right? ما دام أنه قد ثبت شهر رمضان بالدليل والحجة الشرعية. Except that Ramadan starting was not problematic, right? If the starting was good, alhamdulillah, and it happened 1 year, like they started and they fasted all the days. What happened on the 20th night? 1 year, on the 20th night, some people spotted the moon. How is that possible on 20th? I mean, the 29th night. So 28 days were done. So the moon should not be sighted, right? After 28 days, it should not be happen. But they spotted the moon and everyone saw it. They were like shocked. Oh, what happened? So the starting was wrong. So they said after the Eid, we should fast 1 more day, right? It happened like 10, 15 years ago, I guess. And 1 more day. My mom used to tell, right? So it happened like that. And so after Eid, they fasted 1 more day. Because they got to know on 28th, the moon was sighted. It should not be seen on 28th. And so they fasted 1 more day. So if the starting was good, alhamdulillah, after 30 days, we can end it. Alas. Right? But on 28 or 27, sometimes what happens? The moon was sighted. So what we do, we just, leave it. We fast. وعدم رؤية الناس لهلال لا يدل على عدم ولادتهم ووجوده فقط يوجد ولا يرى. So even though the moon was not sighted, then it doesn't indicate that it was not born at all on that day. I mean, it was not centered on that day at all. فقط يوجد, it is there, but it is not seen. Right? So ويستوي في ذلك ما لو كانت السماء مسحية أو فيها غيوم. Even though the sky is clear or it is غيوم. Right? مسحية is clear, I think. Right? مسحية. even though it is Safiya, or there's clouds in it, there's no problem at all. So that was, he said that we have to complete 30 days, and after 30 days there's no problem, alhamdulillah. If the moon is not sighted, khalas, I mean Eid, khalas, right? Hilalu Shawwal, wa amma hilalu Shawwal, as for the sun, the moon of Shawwal, فَإِنَّهُ لَا يُثْبَتُ إِلَّا بِقَوْلِ رَجُلَيْن. Now we have to take two people, not one, right? رَجُلَيْنِ عَدَلَيْن, two people, two trustworthy people. عند عامة العلماء, right? As for the I mean, adl, trustworthy for whom? For the common scholars, right? For baqiyat al-shuhur, right? For the remaining months. For the remaining months also we take two people, right? Two people. So for two people, كان من المفترض ألا يثبت هلال رمضان أيضا إلا بعدلين, because we cannot mandatory Eid is there except by two people, because a person might be tired and so on and say that, oh, I saw the moon, and he could lie, right? He could lie. So alhamdulillah, Sharia has said that no, you have to take two people, right? Two people now. Yeah, inshallah. We are just ending it. It's like two more pages. 4 pages more. Inshallah, I'll try to do one more page, inshallah. And then we can continue tomorrow, inshallah. Right? Already late. Right. Yeah, we'll just continue from this topic tomorrow, inshallah. So what happened here is, for it's a long topic he's gone into. So for Eid, we have two people. For Ramadan, one person is enough. For Eid, we need two people, right? ولكننا استثناه من بقية الشهور وأثبتناه بالعدل الواحد خلافا للقياس. Right? فلما ذكرناه من الخبر والآثار. So for starting, we take one person, and like for Eid, we take two people. Right? For other months, we take only one person, that as have been come, right? So alhamdulillah, this was there. Then he says siyamul bilad al mujawirati li balad al ru'ya. Which country should we accept, right? Which country should we accept now? This is a problem. Like, we have one country here or one state here which people have seen. So should we accept this or not? I mean, we are beside this country and so on. Right? So inshallah, we'll continue this tomorrow. And what is the next topic about the moon? And what will happen if a person travels from one country and so on? Right? So this is that. Inshallah, that is what the topic. We'll do that tomorrow, inshallah. Then we have Shurutu Sihat Siyam. We'll come to the main topic about the intention and so on, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. See you tomorrow. Barakallah fi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
كانوا قليلا